What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast for the next episode of lovely Stardew Valley. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while. It looks like it's going to be another rainy day. It's going to rain. That's all I know about today, but I'm not going to let it get me down. We're actually in a pretty solid position right now. We're making a little bit of money. We're making some moves. We're changing things around. I desperately need to move that box around. Otherwise, it's just going to be in a disadvantageous position for the rest of our gaming experience. However, for right now, welcome on back. It's a good day for eggplant harvesting, so that's precisely what we're going to do. 7 eggplants popped on out the ground. These are going to keep on growing. We got ourselves another corn right there, too. We got 2 golden corns. Haven't decided when I'm going to use those yet. Luckily, they're on the stalk and not on our foot. Still, I've got all kinds of things that I need to store away for right now. We got 150 right there. That's going to look mighty, mighty fine. We got the wood that we need. I think I'm going to build a barn today. I think I'm going to build a barn workshop, and it seems like it's going to be advantageous for us. I think it's going to give us yet another revenue stream, Now, I don't know if it's okay if you can raise, I don't think you raise cows for meat in this game. I'm pretty sure you just raise them for milking or something like that. They probably kept the more gnarly aspects of farming out of it. If you've ever seen a pig slaughtered before, it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. My dad had a pig, and I was there when they slaughtered it for dinner. And I just figured it was something that you should witness. I was just like, this is where all of our food comes from. It seems kind of dickish to the pig to not even address the fact that it's going to happen and just like keep it in the background. So I was like, all right, I'm going to eat the pig's bacon tomorrow morning. It doesn't have a name or anything like that, so I'll watch it when they slaughter. And it is what it is, I guess. I mean, a lot of blood. It's a pretty bloody experience. I didn't do the slaughtering, by the way. It wasn't me. I was just kind of there. They were like, hey, we're about to slaughter the pig to get it ready for dinner this weekend for Thanks. I think it was for actually Christmas. It was the Christmas hog. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll go with you. And I was like, oh, God, that's a lot of blood. Wow. That thing has a lot of fluids inside of it. I don't know, maybe not drink so much before we come to this appointment, Piggy. I don't know. Like using the bathroom before you get in the car. Either way, though. I can see it both ways, I guess. Some people probably think it's ridiculously cruel or whatever. That's where all food comes from, so if you ain't like it and you still consume it, kind of a strange place to be ethically, I guess. I'm not going to make any proclamations along those lines because what the hell do I know about anything? I'm the village idiot. But simultaneously, since it's raining right now, I may turn in my axe for an iron axe. A watering can might not be a bad idea. I'll probably do that in winter, though. I think you can forage a lot in winter, but you can't really. Another upgraded hoe would be fine, too. I don't really care. Let's get the barn built first, though. I think that's going to be the more important thing that we need to accomplish, and I think I can do it most rapidly. Let's sell some stuff first. There we go. We'll get that all banged out. We'll get rid of some of these corn stalks. All the eggplants got to go because we got to earn money. Running a farm is expensive business, and we actually don't even have to pay rent or utilities or anything like that. Like, we have all the hardest parts of life omitted from this experience. Regulations from government agencies and stuff like that. It's actually kind of a pain in the ass to be a farmer. No lie. It's a mess. However, they do have subsidies and things like that, which are pretty sweet, like crop insurance and that kind of stuff, just in case. All still seems like a racket to me, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do about the whole thing? Let's go build ourselves a little bit of a cow house, shall we? Cow house, I'm gonna build it for you because I'm a humanitarian. Now give me your fluids that you feed your children so I can then sell them with 2% fat. So we can we do like a big burn? Okay, let's just do a normal burn for right now. So it houses 4 mammals. Where do we want our burn to be? Can I get rid of... I really wish it would auto-destroy seedlings and stuff that were in the way because that feels like the logical place to me, and yet there's like random roughage around that's just a pain to get out of the way. Like I'd have to walk all the way back to destroy that one seed and then do this. It'd be nice if you could just... It's included in the cost, clearing out the like... Whenever I would do roofing, for example, you got to do the tear-off too. Like they don't do that for you. You got to tear off the old one and you put on the new one. Just include it as part of the construction fee. I guess I'll go back and probably clear out that seed. That's upsetting, though. So there we are. Nothing to worry about. All taken care of. I had to run back and knock some nuts out of the way in order to put in my barn. Those damn nuts, always up in the way. Now we will build this. And we shall put it right in the spot where I want to see. I contemplated putting it in a location that I didn't want it to be just a second ago. But you know what? I think there's something to be said about taking your time and putting something where you want it to be. Okay, I'll start working on your new barn first thing tomorrow morning. I am going to give you... Actually, I'll probably just give him the hazelnut. That was very thoughtful of you. So he doesn't like hazelnuts quite as much as he likes aubergines. How is... Their kid looks like nothing like them. A little odd. I don't know. Just been chilling with the milkman or something. Then again, who's to say that maybe they're just family members that like living there. He's got like a full-scale laboratory in his house. That had to be expensive. Those fees for doing business. Then again, they got an entire carpentry shop in their house too, so I'm thinking they might not be too poorly off for money. They might be perfectly fine. I've got maple syrup, and I think I'll probably... Let me see if this guy likes maple syrup. He's been hating on me lately. You've already given him 2 gifts. Okay, so he doesn't want the maple syrup right now because I've over-gifted him with crappy gifts. However, if we could find our lady friend, did I already give her all of her gifts for the day? Penny's only had 1 gift for the week, so let's go down here and see if we can track down Penny and see if she would like another... Oh, did we already get Pam? I already got Pam. Where is Penny? Penny, where'd you go? It's Saturday. I don't think there's Saturday school unless your kids are especially naughty. I got Saturday school a couple times, but then you just wouldn't go. And you just have your mom make up some excuse why you couldn't go, and then they'd be like, okay, and then you wouldn't have to serve it. They'd convert it into like 3 normal detentions or something like that. I don't recall. It was weird. Thank you. This looks special. That works. Special's good for me, girl. I still don't have your 4th heart, though. I want that 4th heart deeply. I'm going to get at that 4th heart. You better believe it. I'm coming for that 4th heart, Penny. Coming for it. I don't know if I should sell off some of this maple syrup or if I should... It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell in all honesty. If I could put some of this stuff back inside my house inventory, I think we'd be better off because then I could go back to the dungeon and maybe we could do like another 5 floors and just accomplish something for the day. Maybe stack up on a few more gems or a few more beautiful things that we want to have. I could do the geologist bundle if I went up to one of the higher floors and found myself an earth crystal too. Then we drop off the geologist bundle, and that would actually get us really, really, really close to repairing the mine carts and then repairing some other stuff. I don't know how mine carts help me right now. Wow, we have 14 mayonnaise. We are carrying around serious quantities of mayonnaise. We got a couple days to replenish our stocks, so you know what? I'll probably just sell them right now. And after that, I don't know if I should hold on to the maple syrup or if I should sell it. I'm going to sell a couple just to see what they go for so that I can sort it out. I'll take a look at the spreadsheet that they gave me in just a minute, the butcher's bill. Ugh. Lots and lots of these annoying little trees getting in the way of my tapping station. And actually, that's what I should do. Yeah, I should make some more tapping stations, considering we just harvested that out yesterday. So let's chop down a few more trees. We're going to do a little bit of tree farming here, a little bit of lumberjacking. Our energy level should hold out till the end of the day. I don't think we'll struggle too much with that. The great frog belches in the sky right now, giving his frog-like amphibian blessings to our daily work. I'll probably drop... that's perfectly fine, whatever. Little bit more loving on that side. I don't know if the little trees are even worth the effort, but I don't really care if they regrow or anything like that. Now that I have the steel pickaxe, can I get rid of those meteorite things down there? I don't think I've tried since I had the copper one. Oh yeah, we can get rid of them. Wow. You can bust that up for some major stone. We got ourselves a veritable quarry down here. Definitely the place you want to go if you're trying to get stoned. Cool. I'll take it because we are flat broke as far as stone is concerned. And so if we can get another 300, 400 of it, that'll make it so we can, I think, go straight into upgrading our coop as well and turning it into like a 10-animal coop. We still got money left too, which is really, really sweet. So I'll be able to actually buy a couple of cows or goats or... I don't know what we're going to be trying to get our hands on once this is all done and over with. Actually, in all honesty, I don't know what we're after here. I'm probably just going to use these to make sure that I can, yeah, eat an autumn's bounty. Do that thing. Yep. Use that thing to keep my chopping going all day long. Give me all your chopping. Getting rid of trees all day. And then we'll make some fertilizer for the fields, too. I've got insane amounts of sap sitting around, and I feel kind of guilty about not properly utilizing it. Nice. Keep chopping down some of these saplings, too, because I don't feel like doing this over and over and over again. I'll probably leave, like, a little free grow area somewhere where trees can grow as much as they please. But for right now, I just need more open space. Who did that song? That wide open spaces. That song was pretty popular when I was younger. Not like super younger, mind you, but fairly popular. Like on the radio a lot when I was a kid. Get rid of you, get rid of you. And keep on chopping trees. We got plenty of energy to go by. I am collecting this grass for a reason because I'm always a little bit worried that I don't have enough utensils or I don't have enough like binding objects, so things to tie stuff off with when we're trying to build. Still, little bit more fun to be had here. I think, yeah, I was going to say, I thought most of that was going to fall outside of my collectional jurisdiction. Disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Inventory's full right now. Just get rid of the acorn. We don't really need it. I would rather have the random seeds anyways. I think you can plant forageables in winter, so it might be a wise idea to really start carrying over some of that stuff, especially if we're dungeon diving and doing a lot of other random work. Perfect. And energy's getting a little bit low, so I'll probably cut it off right here. We'll go back. We'll get a couple more copper bars. And we'll just get to work farming out a big old grip of maple syrup from that northern part. Down here, what I'll more than likely do is put in a bunch of pine trees, like a little pine farm right here, to make our lives easier on this side. Although I don't know how big this is going to get, so maybe I'll start from over here just to be safe and to give it some growth space. And that will allow us to get either pine tar or pine resin or something like that, which should be useful for various building tasks and also just to sell to other people doing random artisanal tasks. Chop that log right there because I can't be having logs. You can't have friends over and there's just a log laying in the middle of your house. People will be like, hey, what's that log doing right there? And you'll be like, I've got a messy house. I told you guys you probably shouldn't come over because I'm not good at this domestic thing. And so I could really use your help right now. Let's just get in there, grab that log with your hands, and let it happen. Let's refine some more quartz, too, because we're going to be putting in more sprinklers before the end of the day. Got 4 more bars, which means we've got 4 more spaces for sprinklers. So that'll be really, really badass. Drop the seeds in there. We got 10 of them. That's enough to get at least a little bit of a farming progress going. We've got most of the things that we need in here. I don't know why there's a gold corn in there or why there's a wheat. Rocks can bail on out, though. We don't need that for right now. We'll need the iron, but we won't need the iron ore. Dump all that stuff around. I'm going to make some more fertilizer while we wait, too, because we haven't had fertilizer in a while. And that fact has galled me a tiny bit. Not like a ton, but it's made me a tiny bit vitriolic. Not like a huge amount, just kind of like a meh. I don't like that. Like an old man sitting on his porch just like bitching about the cat shit in front of his mailbox. Like that level of irritation. Seems about right on the proper level. Once those quartzes are all nice and done, on this side, I am going to need you. Throw those in there. That looks good. Throw that in there. That looks good. And then I'm going to need the yam. Actually, I'm not. We can't even fill that in right now, so why worry about it? I don't have room for some of this stuff. So I'm going to take out the little things here that aren't going to see much use. And I kept a lot of this stuff because I was going to make a jam maker. But our jam sessions have been lackluster, to say the least, so I will probably sell you. I get the occasional quest for some of this stuff, but not really that into it. So that's all nice and done right here. What do we need in order to make... We've got a charcoal kiln. It seems a little expensive, though. We've got a bee house, which requires maple syrup. Yeah, let's make a bee house. Why not? I'm sure it'll allow us to harvest honey or something at some point. And then we needed a preserves jar. So that takes stones and coal, which we don't necessarily have. 20 wood to 1 coal seems like a bit of a rough trade right there. That seems like a very, very rough trade. We also got a crab pot, so we can start playing around with that. We've got more than enough supplies to start doing the crab pots. We place it in water, load it with bait. We check it the next day. Works in streams, lakes, and the ocean. We can also make a spinner. The shape makes it spin around in the water, slightly increases bite rate. Okay. As opposed to your bit rate, which is mostly in the past. I will probably start lining up bee houses over here. And I assume that those just overflow with whatever it is that I need whenever they overflow. Not going to concern myself too much. I'd like to put these in some kind of enclosure or something. Lots of bee farms out here, they rent them. That's how they fertilize their fields, is we have like lots of apricot trees, apricot orchards, and peach orchards and all kinds of stuff out here. And we also have lots of strawberry fields. And what they'll do during a certain time of the year is they hire these big trucks full of bees to come by. They have these big bee boxes, and they rent the bee boxes from the beekeepers, and they put the bees in the middle of the fields, and then the bees fertilize everything. Kind of a cool little process that you don't think about until somebody talks about it. I'll probably sell off most of this grain. We can't even cook or anything right now, so we can get rid of it. Alright, those are done. So with our remaining time, we had tappers to get done. I don't know how many of these I'm going to need, but I assume it's going to be a pretty hardcore amount. So you there. That one's already tapped. It looks like that one's already tapped. And we're only missing a tap from this guy right here. These two are ready to go, so another harvest of maple syrup. I'll probably sell those two. I bet they're worth something. It takes a long-ass time to harvest. It takes you about a week to a week and a half per harvest on those, from what I've noticed. So I'm thinking it's probable that the turnaround's going to be good, and this will be well worth it in the future. A little bit more sprinkler action taken care of. As I said in the previous episodes, I know these are not optimally placed. However, they will be once we get to a season where I'm not farming. I'm going to rearrange all this stuff to be a bit more acceptable. We actually don't need that many sprinklers. I mean, I could put one in right there and right there if I really, really long to do so. But that's got us pretty much set up. What I'll end up doing is I'll probably squish this line inwards to gain me a little bit more space. And then I'll rearrange this field over here. But for right now, our entire farming operation is done. We have no more watering to do. Zero watering. I also think I probably need to feed Los Pollos. There we go. So now the chickens have been fed. Hopefully they don't die and do anything drastic or act melodramatic out here. That's good. We're done. And then I needed to chop down all these extra trees in there. We don't have time for it right now. So I'll restash all the stuff that we have with our farming supplies, put the coal in there, and then tomorrow, I assume, we're going to go back out and we'll give it a go at adventuring. I'll bring the fishing rod with me, too, because I was interested in catching some cave fish. Is tomorrow the festival? I think tomorrow might be the festival. Pretty good grip of cash right there. So what did we get paid? Mayonnaise was $2,100. Maple syrup times 4 is 200 gold a pop. Actually, that's a really good pull. So setting up some big-ass maple fields, if we're looking to farm some cash, probably not a bad plan. She should be out here today when we go outside working on our barn. Let me check this. Queen of Sauce got a new episode. Greetings, it is I, the Queen of Sauce, here to teach you a new mouth-watering recipe from my secret cookbook. This week's dish, trout soup. There's something about fresh-caught trout that gets me buzzing. Maybe it's the subtle taste of the river. At any rate, I've got a wonderful trout soup recipe to share with you today. You learned how to cook trout soup. I don't think it's festival day. Oh, our pumpkins came in. Good. Well, that's pleasing. Ah, we got a gold one. Good. That'll look wonderful in our display. Like, seriously, that's going to look really, really good in our display. I'm excited about putting it in. And then, giggity. We'll put that right there. Those are, like, the only spots left that we need to water. Let me check and see if anything else has harvested. No, it hasn't, but we've got our pumpkins now so that we can finish off, I think, our entire set. We needed cranberries, pumpkins, yams, and eggplants in order to get this harvest done. I'm going to save that one for the Harvest Festival. I'm going to save an extra one. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to save an extra one just in case anybody asks for one. The cranberries. We'll keep a crappy remedial cranberry. And then we'll have that cranberry right there to put on our display along with all of our gemstones and stuff. I hope it doesn't have to have a theme or anything. That would kind of suck for us right now. I'll go to the store and I'll pick up some more seed in just a little bit. Although we're about halfway through the month, so may or may not be worth it. Few more sunflower seeds to be planted though. I'll throw in some randos, why not? Well, actually, let's grow some real crops. I don't want to waste too much time growing things that are not going to be that useful to us. Let me gather up all the things that I need. We should probably, is it the end of the week? Does Sunday count as the first day of the week or does Saturday? I'll have to look at the calendar. Fall, I think, is probably my favorite season, all things considered. Winter's cool, but it tends to get a little gusty and rainy for me out here, where it'll just be months without seeing the sun, and sometimes that gets at you. You start going back out and feeling the sun again on your skin for the first time. You start remembering what you forgot, and it's like, good stuff. However, I do enjoy the fall. It gives you a nice mixture of both. We've got a yam for a project that Sam's working on. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. On this side, we missed Abigail's birthday. I don't really care. Whatever. She doesn't give me the time of day anyways. Their store is not open yet. Well, I need seeds. Otherwise, I can't plant anything. I should have brought the stuff to revital. Yeah, I should have brought the stuff with me to load up the community center. That's what I forgot about. So I made a little fail right there. Just a little fail. Not like a huge fail, but a fail that is moderately noticeable. We're actually, I wasn't paying attention to my time. We're out of time for the day. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Stardew Valley. I am very much looking forward to seeing you all in the next episodes. Now that we got things automated and now that we got things moving along, making our lives a little bit easier, I definitely think we're making progress at this point. We're starting to cook with fire. Definitely starting to cook with fire. So, had you any doubts, noble viewer, just be aware that things are picking up for us. It's looking pretty good right now. I will have the festival coming up in a couple of days. We'll actually probably be able to hit it maybe the next episode. I'm going to head off to the community center, and I'll see you there in the next episode. Hi, everybody. If you wanted to get the game for yourself, as I've harped on, probably the game of the year across the entire indie genre, although Hyperlight Drifter is probably going to give it a run for its money. I will see you all later. Get it down below if you want it. If you haven't done it yet, it's definitely worth it. It can be played a lot of different ways. It's fun. Bye.